a founder needs to determine whether or not he or she wants a co-founder to begin with, and to understand that that co-founder is not another employee, that that co-founder takes on an almost equal role to the founder, specifically in title, equity split, and then in roles within the company. So that in terms of privilege and authority. A co-founder can be a blessing or it could be a curse. It depends on finding that right co-founder, establishing these rules as to who is in control of what and what the chain of command is, all the way up to the board or to the customer, and all the way down the chain of command to the employees. And I don't want to say down to the employees, but it's really important to establish chains of command so that you know who does what within an organization and you don't start bickering and people overstepping their authority. A co-founder can complement a founder if they have different skill sets. For example, the technology person might want the product or sales or marketing person to come together and create a single company. When we were at MySpace, we had a lot of co-founders that started the company together, and it was a very disparate group of people, not just in their personalities, but in their skill sets. Some came from just the tech background, and some from the marketing background, and some from the business background. And it was that cohesiveness between these different types of skill sets that made it succeed. We tried to do the same thing at SodaHead, and I launched the company with a co-founder I had known for over 30 years. And sometimes you think because you know someone and you work so well with them that's the way to go, and that's the blessing side of being a co-founder. But you can run into problems, and when a founder or a business person is looking for the co-founder, they have to understand that they're going into a business together. And that always is that question, whether it's an employee or a co-founder, am I willing to work with this friend? And I think it can work, that we've seen many successes where friends can come together and create companies. And sometimes it doesn't work, where you have to decide whether or not to put the friendship or the business ahead of one another. The other part about finding a candidate is this person joining you because they're your friend or because they're a professional at what your company needs. You need to find someone who's going to bring that skill set in that you don't have. Having redundant skill sets as founders can often lead to conflict because you both start taking the same chain of command, the same skill set, and then when you're both lacking in something else, you either hire a single person and you both start managing that other person, or you both start guessing as to what that other thing needs to be done is, and neither of you have the expertise, so you second guess each other. So when you find a co-founder, if you decide to have one, make sure it's someone who can bring something to the table that you don't have, someone you can trust 100%, and someone who's going to be on a professional level with you and talk to your employees up and down the chain of command, that each of you knows your authority in the company. So again, if you're going to find a co-founder, which I think I've talked to some people who've started some really successful big companies, and one of the things they would tell me privately at the table is they wish they had a co-founder. They wish they had someone to turn to in the middle of the night, someone to go to with these questions other than their friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, or wife. They wanted someone they can trust 100% to keep a secret, to come up with ideas, to bounce ideas off of, and someone who had a different perspective to bring to the table. A co-founder can do that. So I highly recommend having a co-founder. I think other people who've been there, and you look at the track record of companies, the successful ones often have a co-founder.